This is shaping up to be a really, really cool fight, man. Naruto has got a ton of tricks up his sleeve and has really taken it and ratcheted it up to the next level. Naruto, number 76. Kiba turns tables, and so does Naruto.
I gotta love him, man. Jujin, Bunshin, Beast, Doppelganger, my ass. Well, hello, my brothers and sisters and perspective tuning of the Nerd Nation. I, as always, am Jim, here to bring you another review on the awesome and action-packed adventure-filled and Naruto seems like a dimwit, but he's pretty goddamn smart tale of Naruto. Now, our last chapter, of course, saw the beginning of the 7th battle in the Chunin exams over here in the third phase, or the prelude to the third phase, I guess you would say, where they're trying to kind of thin out the ranks. And we've got Naruto going up against Kiba and his dog Akamaru. At the end of the chapter, Naruto had kind of pulled a switcheroo with the dog amongst the smoke bomb that had been thrown by Kiba, and wound up actually, biting him, posing as Akamaru, but then it kind of backfired on him. The chapter wound up ending off right there while they're just kind of balls deep in this fight. That's right where things pick up, and really it continues to be a one-sided fight, because we wind up getting Akamaru goes and pulls out almost immediately. He winds up doing the Jujin Bunshin Man-Beast Doppelgangers, right? And what that is it's him and Akamaru both change into like these kind of twisted out like feral versions of like Kiba. On 4 legs and everything like that. They also wind up taking these military-grade ration pellets, and we wind up finding out, too, that these military-grade ration pellets, they're like these high in protein. They're basically like super fucking jacked-up energy drinks, right, that the ninja use. Apparently, when going into battle, a soldier can be given one of these, and he doesn't have to, like, eat or sleep for 3 days, and he's just got, like, unlimited energy. Plus, it's like a calming, relaxing effect. So, apparently, it's like just smoking a big fat bag of crack and then having a joint or something afterwards and relaxing, I guess. I don't know. So, that's a word on the street. That's what it seems like anyway. And then they're like, is that even legal? And it's like, oh yeah, what's allowed? It's like, well, come Naruto doesn't got one of these. Anyway, dude's already got his dog and stuff like that. Then he goes and gets jacked up on his crack rubber. It was so funny because Naruto, I love the little jokes in here too, the inside jokes. Naruto goes, isn't that considered doping? And doping wound up becoming a big thing back in the late 90s, early 2000s, just because of all the different scandals in baseball and stuff like that. And one of the most famous ones was obviously Lance Armstrong, who won the 5 or 6 Tour de France, I believe 5 or 6 of them. And then it turns out that the guy wound up, being caught red-handed and everything like that, that he was actually, doping and taking whatever type of steroids or performance-enhancing drugs. Anyway, I just love, because the term doping is something that, you'd hear on, like, ESPN Sports Center. This player was accused of doping, It's like, is he doping? Anyway, so he winds up, Kiba and Akamaru wind up, coming at Naruto, and Naruto he has to use all of his chakra that he has. I guess it basically, their chakra levels now are probably at least double what they normally would be, right? So automatically they've got an advantage because of more energy, and there's 2 of them instead of 1. So Naruto has already been beaten around a little bit because he was trying to look for an opening amongst a weakness, a chink in Kiba's armor, so to speak. And Naruto is putting everything in his legs just to be able to dodge his attacks and try, right? So as things go back and forth, and really more back than forth, I mean, Naruto is pretty much just getting his ass wiped all over the ground, And as the chapter progresses on, we wind up also getting, he uses a couple pages later, he winds up using the Gatsuga's Fang over Fang technique on Naruto, and almost puts him down. Naruto's pretty much down and out, right? And Naruto is like, his whole thing is he's going to be the next Hokage, right? And and Kiba starts fucking with him about that, Oh, no, you know what? Somebody as weak as you couldn't be the Hokage. Don't worry about it, though. I'll be the Hokage in your place and this and that, right? And then, what I like, it was great. We wind up getting Sakura goes and starts kind of cheering him on. She's like, get up, Naruto! Get up, And now, obviously, we know that they've had a troubled relationship in past, so to speak. It's been a very much like a love-hate type of thing. He loves her, she hates him. But what was great about this is that not only did he kind of cheer her on and egg her on in her battle, but now she's actually going and kind of she's rallying the troops, and it's kind of cool because now you see front and center, all this kid ever wanted as this outcast kid was just some respect, right? Some respect and some recognition from his others, from his peers, and from those around him. And now he's got it. He's on the main stage, boy. Everybody recognizes that Naruto is ratcheting it up, man. You know what I mean? And it's really cool because you see there's even a beautifully drawn panel too, with a ton of the participants, the onlookers, obviously looking on, going, "Whoa, man, this Naruto, he's the real deal." You know, now he's got his everything, his front and center, right? So Naruto then goes, and I love this shit. He goes and he taunts him again. He taunts him again, and then he goes and he freaking, right? Then he goes and he does the Shadow Beast form mode or whatever too. So he looks exactly like Kiba and Akamaru, right? And then they go and they give you this long, detailed explanation of why that's such a big deal over here, right? And really, instead of reading all this, which I did anyway, it's basic math, right? Naruto looks like the other two, right? Neither one of them can really, with 100% accuracy, attack because they don't know which one's their partner and which one is Naruto. Because they all look the same, right? Naruto, though, since there's only one of him and he has no partner, he has no dog in the race, so to speak, or no dog in the fight, he knows he's got to attack both of the enemies, so for him it's a no-brainer. He can attack without having to hold back at all, whereas Akamaru and Kiba, for fear of taking each other out, have to be careful and tread lightly, right? So anyway, then you get Kiba, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, well, you know, you don't realize," because he's got all these canine senses and everything else, he basically goes and heightens his shit up. He ratchets up his chakra and then goes and heightens up his the sense of smell, so he can go and be able to smell the distinct difference between Naruto and of course his dog Akamaru, right? So he goes and he says, "Yeah, and you know, you should never you know, count somebody out with the sense of smell like with canine and this and that." He goes and he comes at him and just boom, and I mean nails him, right, with just this jaw-dropping, flooring attack, and I'm thinking, son of a bitch, man, poor Naruto, and he just gets jacked up, and I'm thinking, poor Naruto, man, for all his great planning, everything else, look at the shit that went down, you know. Then the bomb that gets dropped right after that is whatever Naruto was able to do, because everybody was like praising him, like, "Oh my god, he really thought this one out when he changed into them," you know, and he then of course he came back with, "You can't fool me, I can smell you, blah blah blah." Yeah, well, Naruto now is going, "Smell this, motherfucker," because then we go and we see in the last panel of the page, Akamaru, the dog, was actually the one that got laid out. So he wound up taking out his own dude. So whatever Naruto's clever plan was, that's really all you could say about it, is that it was clever. It was clever and well thought out, and to think about that in the midst of battle, because he obviously must have not only changed into, but then was able to somehow impose or impart his scent, his smell, knowing that Kiba would try to go and pull that shit out, and was able to go and kind of impart or somehow like mask or clone his own scent and put it onto the dog on Akamaru, so Kiba would be tricked into taking out his own partner. Man, this shit is great. You know, oh, how can you not love Naruto? Just wonderfully done. Anyway, that's where the chapter ends off over here. And my chapter question for you, brothers and sisters, is really, what are your thoughts on just Naruto taking it up a level, just ratcheting it up to the next level, man? Seriously. Naruto, in my opinion, has just in the last couple of chapters grown a bunch, but even everybody else is standing around in awe and wonderment and amazement going, this ain't the same kid from the beginning of these exams, you know? Kakashi's proud as fuck. Kakashi's all like beating his chest like a proud papa would, you know? And, man, it's exciting. It's really cool to see, but I want to know what your thoughts are on Naruto and obviously his just kind of recent sort of coming into his own. You know, he's always been very determined, at least what I've seen through these first 75, 76, whatever chapters. But what are your thoughts on Naruto and obviously just recently him kind of coming into his own? Leave your answer to that question in the comments down below. Feel free to hit thumbs up, like button if you feel that I deserve it. And subscribe if have not done so already. We will look forward to catching all of you in the next one, Nation.
Remember to check out my other channels, and as always, thanks for watching.